Hello everyone, this is Sandra at Spirit of Avalon. So, back obviously from my trip up to Nottingham to see Simon, and I thought I would show you the bits and pieces that I picked up when I was there. So, there's a few different things from different shops, so I've got this whole pile here as well. So trying to do it shop by shop. We'll see how that goes. Hopefully you can see okay here. I just try to adjust the light a little bit. Yeah, so I went up on Thursday, got there in the afternoon on the train, about 1 o'clock or just after. So of course we had lunch and stuff. And then the next day we went to Chesterfield. And of course you can't go to Chesterfield without going to Curious Goods, which is the sort of metaphysical shop there. And it's so nice in there. It's so small, but it goes back quite a way, and it's just so nice. So I went in there first, so I'll show you first the bits that I picked up in there. So firstly, I mean, this is not that exciting. This is Banara white sage, and these are the cones. I've had the Banara incense in sticks, which I do really like, but I've not tried the cones, and they only had 3 boxes left, and Simon had 2, and I said, well, I'll just have 1 just to try them. So that was really cool to get these, and these are going to be really good to burn in a proper little, it's quite big actually, burner, which I also got in Curious Goods, and that is this. Now this you'll probably recognise because Simon's got one, but the reason I wanted it is because I don't have a proper like burner for burning cones and things like that. So I thought this would be really nice for that. It's a bit bigger than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be smaller, but I guess, you know, you could probably burn other things in here too, but I might put like a bit of sand or something in the bottom before I sit the cone in there. But yeah, they only had 1 of these left as well, so it was lucky. And as you can see, it was £18, which is not that bad for the size of this, and it's got a nice handle, which means while it's burning, if you say wanted to go round the room with it, you know, like sort of saging the room, if you had a sage cone in here, you could do that as well. So that's actually handy in that way. So yeah, I was really pleased to be able to pick this up. So that was from, as I said, that was from Curious Goods too. So let me just put some of these things down here because I've got like a table full of stuff. So that was that. Then I saw this really nice little bracelet. So it's like the evil eye or whatever you want to call it, but I love the blue colour of it, and it's got this little Hamza hand on there as well. Kind of matches my nails as well, and these nails I actually got done in Nottingham on the Saturday because Simon had to work for a few hours, so I was in Nottingham on my own, getting up to all sorts. Actually, I wasn't getting up to all sorts. What I actually did, I was trying to find a particular shop when I was on my own in Nottingham. I ended up walking around, I think, most of Nottingham, and like my legs, I can still feel it now. I was going all the wrong way, which is typical of me. But anyway, this came from Curious Goods, and I mean, it's £4.50. It's just, you know, like a little bracelet. But I quite like these types of little bracelets, and I thought, oh, that's cool with the eyes all round it and the Hamza like charm. So that was £4.50. So yeah, I really like that. So that was from there. And then I think, yeah. Now this was funny. I picked up this peach selenite. Simon didn't know that I picked up this peach selenite, and he also picked one up. And we were saying, oh my God, are you serious? But it's so lovely. And this one, just like, as soon as I picked it up, you know how sometimes crystals will vibrate in your hand? That's what this one did, particularly on my left hand. I can feel it even now. And it was the sparkles from it. You probably won't see them under this light, but there was like little sort of sparkly bits to it, especially from this section. And I thought, oh, well, you know, I think it had a couple of little tiny chips on it, but I don't mind that. So yeah, so this is peach selenite, and I forget how much it was, but it wasn't like mega expensive or anything, and it's quite a nice size piece. The gold dot will come off. That's just, I think, where they've marked it so they know what it is for pricing, I would imagine. But yeah, so I got that, the peach selenite, the same as Simon. It was really funny. And when we came out of the shop, not only did we both buy a peach selenite without the other one knowing it, we both spent exactly the same amount of money, virtually, apart from a few pence, £52 and a few pence, because he was like, no. And I was like, what? He said, we've both spent exactly the same amount of money. So how strange is that? I picked up one deck in there, which is the Pagan Cats, and I've wanted this deck like for ages and never picked it up. And so when I saw it there, I said, you know what, I'm going to get the Tarot of Pagan Cats, because it's one that I've always meant to pick up and never have. So, and this was £22. It's not too bad, you know, for an independent shop, because there's another shop in Nottingham where the prices are much more than that for decks. So yeah, really pleased that I've managed to pick this up, and I will do a walkthrough of this. I know it's an older deck, but I'll do a walkthrough anyway. So that was that. So that was all that I bought in Curious Goods in Chesterfield. Then of course we went on to Bover Castle, which is also at Chesterfield. This is the English Heritage like guidebook that you can pick up when you pay. And I like to have these to like look back on and to read like properly, because of course you've got bits that you can read when you're there, but it's just nice to have these with some nice photographs in. I took a few, and obviously Simon did some videoing, but it's just nice to have this to read everything properly. And I didn't know that the place apparently is supposed to be haunted. I didn't know this at the time, and there were a couple of rooms that definitely felt really odd. One in particular, and I think the kind of ruined area of the castle, like this part with no roof and that, there were some creepy areas with that as well. So you will have seen, if you've watched Simon's vlog, a lot of this anyway. So yeah, I picked up the guidebook for there. And I picked up this, honestly, guys. Look at him. He's a dragon. He's not going to fit in the shop properly, but he's got glittery wings. And this was, well, it wasn't completely a Simon made me do it. Of course not, because, you know, nobody can make you buy something. But he picked it up and he said, look at its face. He's saying, take me home, Sandra. So Simon is not helpful when it comes to if you do not want to spend money. No, but seriously, I thought he was so cute. And he was the last one in this size. And he's quite big, as you can see. And there was a larger size one. And this one was £15, which is not bad for, you know, a plushie of this size. And I've always loved plushies. Ever since I was a kid, I always went for teddy bears and soft toys rather than dolls. And I loved this, and I thought, I've got to have him. And like I said, he was the last one in his size, because this was like a medium size, and the next one up was large, and I didn't want one that size. So yes, this is my dragon. Simon named him Pen, as in Pen Dragon. So yeah, and I loved his colour in this green. And just look at those little hands. Ooh. At the moment he's sitting on my bed. That's probably where he will stay, but I love him, and he's so soft. He's so nice. And I mean, look at the face. Who could resist? Well, not me, obviously. So that was what I got from Bover Castle. Just those couple of bits. Then, as I said, on the Saturday, I was left to my own devices for a few hours. And I wanted to find a particular shop called Ice 9. Oh my God, guys, I walked up literally every street, I think, in Nottingham trying to find this shop. And what it was, I'd walked up the correct street a couple of times, just not gone far enough. So in the end, I got kind of fed up with it, and I thought, right, that's it, I'm giving up. Let's go and get some lunch. So I went back to Waterstones, where I'd already been, to check out the decks and stuff, but they didn't have anything that I wanted. So I went up to the cafe in there and had a sandwich and stuff. When I'd finished, I thought, right, one last try to see if I can find Ice 9. And I found it. Yay! After all that. So, but saying that, I didn't pick up loads in there, but I picked up a couple of bits. So, first of all, incense. So I picked up some white sage and Palo Santo. This is the native salt incense, which I also do really like. So I picked up some of that. And also 2 boxes of Karma, which are quite dented because they've been in my case. But also this one is open because Simon and I burnt one stick at his because he'd never smelt it, and I said it's really nice. Put one on and see what you think, and he really liked it. So yeah, 2 boxes of Karma, and this is the Satcha brand. So that was really cool. You don't often see this one. It seems to be quite difficult to get. I think it must be quite popular, is probably why. Then I picked up, and this is again just quite boring, it's just one of those pendants that you can put crystals in, because I've got a couple of crystals that would be nice to wear if I can get it into one of these cages. So I picked that up. Then they had these like Mayan stress balls. So it's in this kind of Aztec design, and you can squeeze it. And I thought, oh yes, that would be so cool. Plus I love the colour. They were all different colours, but I love this one with the pink and that bright yellow. on it. So I think it was about £5 or something, but it's quite cool. And I thought, yes, yes, yes. I mean, the first thing I did on the Saturday was get my nails done. It was an express nail bar that did it. It was really, really good. They did a really good job. So, and then the other last thing that I picked up in Ice 9 was this, which is a incense stick holder. And I had one similar to this before from Ice 9, but it was bigger and more oval shaped, and it got broken a bit, came out of the edge. So when I saw they'd got these in there and they were smaller, because I think they're like handmade, because she had them on display, but she got me one from a box on the other side of the till. So yeah, so it's just like that, and it was £5.99. So it's quite nice, small one, because I don't have big areas for things. That's why I kind of wasn't sure at first about getting the incense, the cone burner, because I thought, oh, it might be a bit big, but you know, I'd never seen one like that before, so it was worth it. So that was all that I bought in Ice 9 when I eventually found it, guys. So let's put the ball there as well. Then the same day, obviously, just before I met up with Simon again after he'd finished work, I went into a shop they've got there called Sostren and Grenny, and they do the tea lights in these clear cups, which I like. And at first I could only see these big ones, so I thought, oh, okay, I'll get one pack of the large ones. But then I noticed at the side they had these, and I wouldn't have known from, you know, it's shaped like a house, that they were tea lights, except that obviously you can see them in the windows. And these were the ones I was actually looking for, the smaller ones in the clear cups, because they used to have them in bags, but now they've put them into these boxes, which does look really nice. So I got a box of those. And then I got some little items for a spring altar, because obviously I'm going to change my altar area up for Ostara. So they had some like spring decoration items. So I got 2 of these eggs. Oops. So there's this one, which is really nice with it, and so you can hang them if you want to, or I guess you could take that off if you didn't want to hang it. So that's the nice green one. And then I got a yellow one, which is cool and nice and bright, I thought, for spring and Ostara. So it was those. I got a couple of little chicks. I mean, look, really, you couldn't not have chicks. And I thought 2 would be enough, because I've only got a small altar area. Oh, I forgot a couple of things, actually. A couple of other items that I got in Curious Goods were these 2 toadstools. They're like little wooden toadstools, but I thought they would look nice on the altar area as well. So they also came from Curious Goods. I was like, oh, cool, little toadstools. So yeah, so there was those from Curious Goods. Back to Sostren and Grenny. I also got a little, I mean, look, bunny. So it's just made of felt, and they did have chicks. made of felt too, but I just thought, oh, it's too cute, got to have it for the altar area. Then I got this, and you can put a candle in it, and you've got like a lamb on the front, and it's in yellow. This was China, and I was really worried about bringing it home, but what I did, I'd got quite a thick paper bag from Sostren and Granny, and I tore it up into pieces and wrapped these like more delicate items in there, and then put them in my case with clothes over the top, and luckily they survived the journey back home. And the last two items, and I loved these, I could have seriously bought more of these, but I didn't. These two bunnies as well. Look at it. I mean, that's just so cute, isn't it? The little pink bow round its neck. I think Simon probably thought I was a bit mad. I was showing him these things and he was like, yeah, they're cute, and probably thinking, oh my God. But I mean, seriously, look how the ear is down a little bit on that. And he's got a bunch of bright yellow flowers. But Simon did think they were cute, to be fair. So those were all the items from Sostra and Granny, and also Ice 9, with a couple of toadstools from Curious Goods. So I'm just moving these because I'm just going to show you a couple of items that Simon gifted to me. And those were 2 decks. So the first deck he gifted me is the Cozy Witch deck, and I've had this on my wish list for a while, and it's not, you know, it wasn't really something that Simon was going to use, so he said, would I like it? So it was really lovely of him to gift me this, so really pleased with it. I will do a walkthrough. Simon's already done a walkthrough of it, of course, but I will do a walkthrough of it anyway. So really cool. So there was that one, and the other one that he gave me, I was like, oh my God. And he's only had this recently, is the Cosmic Pearl Oracle by Ashley Frost and Leah Showman. And it's so Sacred Scribe Publishing, so nice. This is like indie quality, guys. It's like indie quality. It's got that rose petally feel to it, and it's a 44 card deck. And Simon has shown this really recently, so you probably don't want me to do another walkthrough of this because, like I say, Simon's recently done it, very recently. But if you do want me to do a walkthrough of the Cosmic Pearl Oracle, I will do it, because obviously we all have different thoughts on decks when we show them. So yeah, so there was that. So yeah, really pleased with everything. I hope you enjoyed seeing it all, guys, and I'm sure I will talk to you all soon. There'll be walkthroughs, and I've got to now, because I've done my first ever live when I was at Simon's, I've now got to think about possibly doing more, but it will just depend when I'm able to do it. So we'll see on that one, but definitely there'll be some walkthroughs and stuff coming anyway. So I hope you're all doing really well. Thank you all for the lovely comments that you did leave on my live. I did read them all. I have hearted them all now, but because I was at Simon's, I didn't have time to like individually type a message to each and every one, but I did put something on my community tab on my channel just to thank you all, because you know, everyone was so lovely and you left such nice comments. It was just so nice. So yeah, I really appreciated it, that everyone was so like positive and everything. So yeah, So thank you all for that. Sending you all lots of love, and I will talk to you all soon. Bye for now.